Hey big kids, and welcome back to music class. My name is Mrs. Lizaola, just in case you forgot, and I'm glad you tuned in for this week's lesson because I have a good one. But before we start, I wanted to talk to you about vacations. I know that probably most of us didn't get to travel a whole lot over the summer, just, because we had to mostly stay home. But maybe normally you guys like to travel all over the world. I actually have a little travel poster right behind me. And maybe some of you guys have been to places where you get to rock climb, or you get to hike, maybe in the mountains. I have a sister who loves hiking in the mountains. She really does. And that makes me think of, there's this beautiful place called the Rocky Mountains. And if you've been to Arizona or Colorado or New Mexico or Canada, the Rocky Mountains actually go through all of those places, and they're really beautiful. And I even know a song about the Rocky Mountains, and I was hoping I could sing it for you today. It goes like this. Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountains, Rocky Mountains high. When you're on that Rocky Mountain, hang your head and cry. Do, 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 do remember me. Do, 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 do remember me. Now, I don't know for certain what this song is about, but I have a feeling, I've made up a story in my head that maybe it's about two people that loved each other. I don't know if they were in love or if they were good friends, or maybe they were related, cousins, brother and sister, mom and a daughter maybe. But I think the Rocky Mountain was their special place. But something must have happened and they're no longer together. And I imagine when I sing this song that one of them is looking out at the Rocky Mountains and they're remembering their loved one. I'll sing it again. Let's see if you can hear that too. Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountains high. When you're on that Rocky Mountain, hang your head and cry. Do, 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 do remember me. Do, 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 do remember me. Yeah. It is a sad song, but it's also a beautiful song. I really like it. And there's something I like to do with this song. Let me show you one second. All right, so when I sing this song, Rocky Mountains, I like to sit with my feet flat on the ground and my knees up so that I can pat them. They kind of come up right there just like a mountain. You can use your hands and you can just pat on them. Why don't you pat with me? Just like that. Very steady. You see, in music, almost every song has something that lives inside of it. And that something that lives inside of almost every song, or rhythm, or chant, it's called a steady beat. Steady beat is marvelous. It keeps the song alive. Keeps the song organized. The steady beat kind of reminds me of a heartbeat. If you put your hand on your heart, you can feel your heartbeat, and a heartbeat, it keeps us alive. Right? And we wouldn't want our heartbeat to stop and then go really, really, really fast. We wouldn't want it to be irregular. And just like our heartbeat, we want our steady beat in our song to not be irregular. It should be very steady. Let me show you again. Just like that. It stays the same. When you have a steady beat, you can put the song over it. Why don't you guys help me with the steady beat on your knees, and I'll sing. Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountains high. When you're on that Rocky Mountain, hang your head and cry. Do, 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 do remember me. Do, 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 do remember me. Very nice. So we just learned all about steady beat. Steady beat, the heartbeat of a song, but that's not all there is in a song. You see, some people get steady beat confused with another concept. And that other concept is called rhythm. So we have steady beat and we have rhythm, and they're very different. You see, steady beat, just like I told you, is the heartbeat of a song, and it stays the same, but the rhythm is the way the words go. You see, I could make the rhythm the way the words go with my hand, and you would hear the words still. Listen. I'm going to do the song Rocky Mountain. That wasn't the steady beat. It was the words. Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountains high. That's the rhythm. So we have the steady beat. Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountains high. And then over here we have the rhythm, the way the words go. Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountains high. Let's keep going. When you're on that rocky mountain, hang your head and cry. Very cool. So we have our steady beat, the heartbeat of the song. We have our rhythm, the way the words go. It is so very cool. Before we go, I want to show you steady beat and rhythm on one more thing. A drum. Love instruments, love drums. I'm not very good at drums. You see, I was a singer, not an instrumentalist, but I still like to play them, and I have this fun little drum. It was a real drum at one point, but then it kind of became a toy for my kids. So it does have some marker on it and some crayon, but that's okay. It's still a good drum. I'm going to show you the steady beat right here. Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountains high. Yeah, but then I'll show you the rhythm. Ready? Use my rhythm hand for that. Rocky Mountains, Rocky Mountains, Rocky Mountains high. When you're on that rocky mountain, hang your head and cry. Very nice. You guys did a wonderful job listening and learning about steady beat versus rhythm. Before you go, I want you to keep watching, and I'm going to give you some instructions on how to play a little game in which you can practice steady beat versus rhythm. Have fun. Now I'm going to show you what we will be doing when you're finished watching this video. You'll see right up there we have this picture of a vintage game controller. Some of you might recognize this one. If not, that's okay. What this is a game controller. We're going to click it because we're going to play, well, a game. It'll be a fun game, I promise. We're going to click this game controller right here, and it should open a new page. The new page will look like this. It says music opposites. You see, steady beat and rhythm and music are opposites. It's true. One is steady and one is not. We'll skip through this directions page because I'm talking through the directions with you right now. You can just click anywhere to do that, or you can click at the bottom where this arrow is right down here. It'll take us to a fuzzy orange monster holding an iPod. Most of you probably don't know what an iPod is, but when I was your age, I had one. I actually had this exact iPod, a pink iPod. It was sort of like an iPhone, except all it did was play music, and sometimes there were fun little games on it. It was pretty cool. But my fuzzy orange monster, he has an iPod, and he's going to play us a song from the iPod, a little snippet, a little piece of music. And what we're going to do is listen to that little piece of music, and we're going to decide if we think it is steady, a steady beat, or if we think it is a rhythm. Let's listen now. Seemed pretty steady to me. Let's listen again. Yeah. Didn't change. It was very steady, just like my heartbeat. So I think I will click beat down here. You'll see below we have two choices, beat and rhythm. You choose which one you think is right. Woo. And when you get it right, you get to dance. Or you get to look at the fuzzy orange monster like he's crazy. Whichever you want to do. Very nice. And when you get it correct, you can go to the next one by pressing this arrow right down here at the bottom that I had showed you. And it'll take you to the next fuzzy monster. You'll listen to their iPod and decide whether it's beat or rhythm. You can click on that fuzzy monster now and try it out for yourself. Have fun.